Yeah, yeah, yeah. Alright, Tiger talk, yo, they can't ignore. Tiger talk, yo, they can't ignore. Josh got the mic, Justin got the stats. Double trouble duo, brothers got the facts. Breaking down plays, it's a game day feast. Tigers on the prowl, from the west to the east. Crunching numbers, tossing jokes in the mix. Hot takes flying like a 3-point switch. Still be pride, yeah, it's more than a vibe. In the jungle of sports, we the kings of the tribe. Tiger talk, yo, they can't ignore. Josh and Justin bringing fire to the floor. Tigers roar loud, we run the score. Every week they back for more. Justin breaking news, got the stats on lock. Josh got the quips, punchlines that pop. Game tape rolling, dissecting the plays. Highlight real shining, Tigers amazed. Rival teams tremble, fearing their cleats. Seals beat Tigers, undefeated beats in the zone. Every call they dissect, respect the grind. Every angle they inspect. Tiger talk, yo, they can't ignore. Yeah.
Yeah, Josh and Justin, the duo so clean. Mic in their hands, ruling the scene. Call plays sharper than a tiger's claw. Seals be pride, they the hometown law. Studio lights brighter than Friday nights. Breaking it down like ref calls fights. Rolling on the field, that's the deal. Seals be Tigers hard to steal. From the booth to the turf, they reveal. Every play, every call, what's real? Rolling on the field, that's the deal. Seals be Tigers hard to steal. From the booth to the turf, they reveal. Every play, every call, what's real? From the kickoff to the...
What's going on out there, Silsbee, Texas? You are watching Ruling on the Field, live from the Satsuma Valley Studios. I am your host, Josh Marble. Your other co-host is not here tonight, Justin. But I do have John back there.
Hey,
John.
What's going on, everybody?
John Marble's back there behind the glass tonight. Jacob is also not here, our normal producer, but that's okay.
I used to have an affectionate name. It was called Head.
We call it Head, yes.
Yeah.
We call him Head because he has a large, bulbous head. It's like an orange on a toothpick.
And, of course, sitting next to you.
It's Sir Honks a lot.
Yeah.
Or Sir Hal, as we like to call him. This is our studio goose, and he sits in on the show tonight in Justin's stead, just to make sure we keep the peace here.
That's right.
He's tough. You can see by his shirt, He'll take care of things for us.
Mess with a honk, you get the bonk.
That's right. But, yeah, you are watching Rolling on the Field. Justin likes to call it the best Silsbee, Texas local sports show in the history of Silsbee, Texas local sports shows, which is a short history.
Yeah.
But, hey, that's okay. John, we'll take you through our sponsors real quick, John.
Absolutely. Big shout out to Martin Transport Incorporated. You can find them at www.martintransport.com. They are hiring right now. So if you are a mechanic or you have, you can drive, check out their website because they're definitely looking for, people to get a job with them. So, and of course we have the Hive, Miss Sarah Castello and her wonderful crew over there. If you need your hair done, I obviously don't. But if you're a lady and you are looking for a good salon, that is definitely the place. Also, she is the world leader in Mary Kay products. So,
Mary Kay, what if you're a dude?
I mean, I'm guessing she could do your hair.
She could probably
fix you up. Yeah, I would think so. Yeah. And
Sport Clips is closed. I mean,
yeah, absolutely. And then, but you do need to call her to book an appointment because I don't think she does walk-ins. I'm not sure.
Walk-ins are not welcome.
Yeah. And then, of course, your hometown girl, she's not up there right now. We got to fix that. But Miss Yolanda, check her out. We will have her stuff posted here shortly. But thank you to all of our wonderful sponsors. If you're looking for a good place for your loved one to be comfortable and get the care that they need, definitely reach out to Miss Yolanda. We will post her number and information in the chat below. But that's what we got going. So thank you to all of our sponsors.
Absolutely. John, do we have a call-in line tonight?
We do. 409-554-9445.
You can call in, talk with us about any topic that we choose to discuss, or you can jump in the chat. And we love people to jump in the chat and talk with us, and just give us their opinions or give us their take on what we're talking about.
Absolutely.
Y'all have fun with it. Be respectful. We do have rules. If you do call in or jump in the chat, we do not talk negatively about amateur athletes or local coaching. We definitely want to keep that to a minimum. You will get kicked out of the chat. You will not. You will get hung up on in the call-in line.
Right.
But like we always say, if you make millions of dollars to do that, heck, if you make WNBA money, which by the way, John, I've updated this.
Okay.
Used to be minimum $75,000. WNBA was the minimum.
Right.
It's recently been raised to $300,000.
Look at that.
Look at you girls go.
Absolutely.
And, hey, that's good because they've got some good players.
And worth every penny.
And I recently seen just speaking of WNBA, Caitlin Clark inbound a pass to Angel Reese, so I think we're bridging a gap there between that little rivalry. So maybe. Although they didn't give each other a high five afterward, which was weird, but hey, it is what it is.
Right.
But they're on the same team. They're still maybe there's a little friction still there. But anyway, yeah, y'all be respectful if y'all jump in the chat or call in. We do want to take a second for a shameless plug.
Okay.
The Satsuma Valley Standard,
Absolutely.
which is a
Oh yeah.
a local magazine, covers local news and events and sports. Rolling on the Field has a section in here. We always do a feature, and then we also report on the week in sports in Silsbee athletics. Maybe one day we will expand that, but for right now, we're going to stay local.
Right.
Just cover Silsbee athletics because that's what we think is important. We don't want to share time or Silsbee Athletics to share time with anybody else. We want to report on this, and we want y'all to see these. And our features are always good. Y'all look at them. We share our features to the page every week. Check them out. They're good.
Yeah, and we use this slogan that, because at Satsuma Valley Studios, which is our parent company, we are media that matters. And this magazine is for Silsbee, by Silsbee, with Silsbee in mind. So anything you see in there is going to be about Silsbee.
And just look how pretty it is. I mean,
it is pretty.
I mean, look, it's hold on, it's glossy.
Yeah.
It's all in color. Look at the Rolling on the Field feature for the week.
Yeah.
Baseball Without Borders.
Great feature.
Great feature by our own Justin Marble. It's pretty cool, and we're trying to get it out there and get people interested in seeing it and picking it up. It is free.
It is free.
It is free. You
Free.
can and John, hold on one second. But it is free, and I'll let John tell y'all where you can pick it up at weekly on Monday mornings.
Yeah. So our publication date is on Monday mornings. You can find it. There's a lot of different places you can find it. So the two places that we put the most issues at are at Cat's Corner in Silsbee. Stop by, get you a drink, some breakfast, and grab your copy.
Breakfast at Cat's
Yeah.
Corner. My God.
And then also at Village Creek Coffee. If you're looking for the best coffee in Southeast Texas, go by and check out Village Creek Coffee. Grab you an issue there. They also have some food there. So grab you something to eat on your way to work and grab your magazine. Now, we do have issues out at a lot of the convenience stores in the northern part of Silsbee. So all the way to Peavy's. All the way back to what we call Country Corner, which is across from what we used to call Domini's. Now it's Tejas number 5, but we have them there and in Domini's.
We extend our arm all the way up to Caney Head.
Right, absolutely. And if you watch next week, there will be some Caney Head information in there.
Hey, what a segue. Right?
About a certain car show.
That's perfect.
So,
and look, we love our residents who claim Caney Head as their home.
Absolutely.
And a lot of people that I know do. We extend all the way up to there, y'all can reach it. And, we still, even though you live, further out than most, doesn't mean that you're not a Silsbee person. And we want to deliver to y'all also.
And of course, if you're a business or you just want to get something out, please get with me. There are sponsorship spots in the magazine available. It's super simple. We only have 2 spots, and I'm going to go ahead and say them right now. So for the 2x3, Josh, if you'll hold it up and show them the back of it. So those spots you see with Cat's Corner and Martin in them, those are the 2x3 spots. Those are $25 an issue or $100 a month. And then, which I won't make you turn to the page, but there is also think of that and cut it in half. There's a half page ad inside. There's a few of them, and those are $50 an issue or $200 a month. So that's the 2 options if you're looking for some good advertisement, because guys, I'm telling you, everybody is picking these up. I'm bringing back 0 at the end of the week. So make sure that your ad is getting seen by the people that are picking up this magazine.
There you go. Please do that. Jacob in the chat, our producer, says, sorry I'm not there. Unfortunately, a job ain't nothing but work, and I'm not rich.
That's right.
Hey, Jacob, a job is definitely not anything but work. That is
That is a true statement.
A quote from one of our favorite movies when we were a kid, Mo Money.
Yeah.
Job ain't nothing but work. And we lived that motto.
Yeah.
And we try to work as little as we can.
Right.
And this is not work. This is fun.
Yeah.
And we're about to have a little fun because in our opening, we always do a little blah, blah, blah before we get into business. That's just what we do, right, John?
Yeah, absolutely. I think we call it BS.
We call it our opening BS. So we're
Yeah.
going to get right into that, and y'all enjoy it. If you, we'd like for you to enjoy it and sit tight and wait for the sports because they're coming. But we like to make a little fun before we get down to business.
Hold on, before you start, let me preface this by saying, so this whole thing we have, Satsuma Valley Studios, the Standard. We're all about positivity. We're all about having fun. We make jokes. Learn to laugh. That's the disclaimer. Absolutely. If you can't laugh, it's all in fun. We're not trying to offend anybody or hurt anybody's feelings. So if you get your feelings hurt, I'm sorry. But anyways, I just wanted to say that before we get into it.
Even at serious. We're not those dark humor kind of guys.
Yeah.
But we do find humor in every situation.
Right.
And we're those kind of people. Speaking of which, we want y'all to know this is a dog safe program. We want dogs here to know that they're safe within Satsuma Valley Studio. In fact, we have a dog as a mascot. He's not here tonight.
Yes.
But Zeus is normally here in the studio with us, and he's our mascot. We would protect Zeus from anything.
Absolutely.
We don't, here's our local Silsbee dogs currently. Bro,
we got to get out of
here. Yeah, we do. And it, it makes me think about the movie, The Dogs in the Shelter, the movie Get Out. You ever seen a movie Get Out?
Yes, I love that movie.
It's a Jordan Peele.
Yes, great movie.
It's a great movie anyway. There's a dog version of it. I don't. You gotta see the subtitle on it, John.
Is there? Oh yeah.
Get out, boys, while you can.
Oh man.
Get out.
Man, I love it.
It's not worth it around here. Y'all get somewhere else. Anyway, we just had to have a little.
So I'm gonna.
Very serious situation.
It
hate
is.
to make light of it, but like I said, we laugh about everything a little bit, and it's with everything going on, it's especially with that, it's nice to maybe have a little laugh about it. May turn some people off. We don't care.
Right.
That's why we have the disclaimer.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
here's my thing. So being in the media, you see this every day, all day. I've been seeing it for the past 3 weeks. And honestly, guys, we're not here to make light of anything like Josh said, but at the end of the day, you gotta learn to, just not have fun with it, but learn to laugh. I mean, life is way too short to not laugh at stuff.
That's right.
That's what I'm going to say. Anyways.
Right. If you expected to tune in and see Sarah McLaughlin
right.
Video, you tuned into the wrong thing. I'm sorry, but it's just is what it is, and we're not making fun. We just wanted to have a little wanted to kind of loosen it up a little bit
right
on this whole thing. But anyway, speaking of animals, Florida man gets abducted by dolphins.
Yeah.
And forced to do construction projects underwater.
like build an underwater city.
Like build an underwater city. And the first thing I thought was, what kind of gangster dolphins are these? I was like, are these like Goodfella dolphins? And then I saw the picture of Robert De Niro and Goodfellas sitting at the bar after the Lufthansa heist.
Yes.
Smoking a cigarette, and he's thinking, I got to kill all these guys.
I got to kill all these
guys. And so I went to ChatGPT. And this is what
This is Gerald.
This is Gerald the dolphin, who is the ringleader. Gerald the dolphin is the ringleader of the dolphins, says the guy who got abducted.
Right.
Who made him go down and build underwater cities for the dolphin.
So he really had a name to the dolphin? It was Gerald?
It was Gerald.
Okay.
Which also has a tie-in with South Park. Because in an episode of South Park, they were doing species-altering surgeries.
Right.
And Gerald Broflovsky wanted to be a dolphin, and they made him a dolphin. So maybe that's where he got that in the back of his mind. But, there you go. There's Gangster Gerald making people come down there and work for him and build cities.
So I did say that, Jacob, but I wasn't specific. I did say people were looking for a job. He says if anyone's looking for a job, Martin Transportation is hiring mechanics and Class A CDL drivers. Apply and come help him out, please.
Go get a job there.
Go get a job. But yeah, so my question is like, did they hold guns to his head and like make him build the underwater city, or can dolphins hold guns? I mean, that one's got hands. Like
he's got man hands. Yes.
He's got man hands.
I don't know, but what he did say was the way he could breathe underwater was that Gerald helped him.
Oh, okay.
So he's underwater for that long. Gerald's helping him breathe so he can build the underwater cities.
This has really got that cartoon movie Atlantis vibe to it. Like
it's really got that crack vibe.
I mean that too. But
it's really got that "what are you on, buddy" vibe to it. But anyway, Florida man, Florida woman.
Florida man, Florida woman, and Gerald.
And Gerald. Anything comes out of Florida, right?
Yeah. Is it Florida that the dude went to the drive-thru and threw an alligator through the drive-thru window? It was like a baby alligator. Like it happened.
Wait a second. Listen, K, look, Gerald was just looking for his porpoise.
Porpoise in the world.
It was his glorious porpoise.
It was his glorious porpoise.
Glorious porpoise.
Yeah.
Yeah, building underwater cities is my glorious porpoise. Oh man, I wish I could put that picture up there.
You should have. I forgot all about we have a cutout of it somewhere in here.
We do.
I brought it with me.
Way back we did a meme of dolphin with who is Thor's brother?
Loki. Loki.
So you got the Loki thing going.
Yeah.
And he's like, and we said sports is our glorious porpoise. And it was good there for about a week. Everybody kind of laughed about it, but then it went away. Hey, how was your St. Patty's Day, John? Did you celebrate?
So I didn't get to drink any green beer or anything, but
me neither.
I did work and I did wear green. I have a shirt that's green that is the bar from it talks about the bar from It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, which is one of my favorite shows.
I haven't. I need to go and watch the series completely.
Yeah.
I've seen episodes.
But yeah.
I always send memes to my daughters and videos. Like when they were, it was Dee and Charlie.
Yes. Yeah.
Dee and Charlie, and they're outside and they're talking about taking the bus, and she was like, "You know how much pollution a bus? You know how much pollution a bus makes?" And he says, 3.
3.
He's like, and she was like, 3 what? 3 pollutions.
3 pollutions.
That's a great show. And
Yes, it
Danny
is. DeVito
is stupid.
Oh,
He's so silly in that show, but it kind of kind of is him.
Yeah.
Like, I guess
No, absolutely.
he's got that weird side to him or whatever.
Right.
But, look, I don't know how many years I got left, but I'm gonna get real weird with it.
We did work on a green truck for St. Patty's Day. That is true. By the way, if anybody has any fuel line, what do you call those things? Keys or whatever. The things that take the fuel lines off. That's what I'm looking for. Anyways.
Let me tell you my favorite St. Patty's story. You want to hear it?
Yeah, of course.
Okay, I may have told this
Wait,
before.
I have a feeling this has something to do with a game, maybe?
Not necessarily.
Okay.
It has something to do with Las Vegas.
Okay. All right.
So I ended up flying into Las Vegas for March Madness on St. Patty's Day.
Okay.
Landed that day. Got there, got checked in, everything. Went down to one of my favorite spots. And I knew that they were going to have some good stuff going on. O'Shea's Casino.
Right.
Named O'Shea's. So they're going to have some good St.
Oh,
Patty's stuff.
of course.
Right across from them is the Tilted Kilt. It's,
Right.
Which is Scottish, I think, not Irish, but whatever, But they did have a St. Patty's Day parade, complete with some smaller gentlemen dressed as leprechauns. I'll say it like that. And it was really fun. The music was really good. It was authentic.
Is it not politically correct to say midgets anymore?
I don't think you can. I think that's little people.
Little people. Whatever.
I think I tiptoed around it perfectly.
and then
you crushed it.
I just crushed it.
But anyway, yeah, smaller gentlemen, and they did have green beer down there at O'Shea's. They have
Of course.
They have a little outside bar, and then they had also little kiosks down through there. It's a place called the Link Promenade,
Yeah.
where the big Ferris wheel is.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
So you go down there. That's how you get to the big giant Ferris wheel. But anyway, it's really cool down there. They got a big giant screen out in this little courtyard playing all the basketball games. Really neat experience. I had a good time. To be honest with you, I was by myself.
Yeah.
Because we all just got there, and we all get there. We don't really say, okay, we'll all meet up for dinner. We don't really have any plans. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to go down there and have a green beer.
Yeah.
And ended up having a couple of green beers.
Green beers.
And hey, that's okay.
That's okay.
And, I had a good time. It's one of my favorite memories of St. Patrick's Day.
Nice.
But anyway.
Speaking of which, no, I'm going to let you continue. Go ahead.
Okay. Well, I mean, somebody else who had a good time, but he had his good time at Mardi Gras.
Yeah.
Was Shia LaBeouf.
He did.
And apparently, based on his interview that he did, forgive me for not knowing the guy's name that he interviewed with, but based on his interview, he owes all his problems to Mike Piazza. Which is a good sports tie-in, right? So Mike,
right?
He said he was stand outside of Dodger Stadium and want Mike Piazza to sign an autograph. He never would. So he in turn blamed some of the situation he was in on Mike Piazza. Basically, I mean, he said it in the interview.
Right.
Like, Mike Piazza's a jerk. Which I've never heard anybody else say. But,
right.
But he said it. And, of course, he said a lot of other things. It was a very – I'll say that – did you watch the interview, John?
I didn't, but –
okay, I'll say this. It was a very honest interview. Very honest.
Are you sure?
I think he might have still been a little inebriated.
Yeah. Because I don't even think this I don't know. I just don't believe that Shia LaBeouf was outside of Dodger Stadium that many times. Maybe I'm wrong, but
who knows? But it's obviously a traumatic childhood experience for him, and he kind of said that contributed to some of his later activities in life.
And I feel like if he did meet Mike Piazza outside of Dodger Stadium, he was probably screaming the "Just Do It" thing out at him, and so that probably freaked Mike Piazza out. And he's like, "Nah, I'm not giving that kid an autograph.
Yeah.
Just do it."
So, maybe Mike has reached out to Shia.
I hope so.
But apparently, Mike Piazza is the root cause of Shia LaBeouf's problems.
That's sad. It is
state
sad.
of affairs.
Hey, real quick, you know what you forgot? I don't even know if we have it on the agenda you got there.
What?
Have you seen any leprechauns?
No, I haven't.
You haven't? Because there's you should. Am I skipping?
No, I think that we probably should have talked about that with St. Patrick's.
Okay, well, we can talk about it now.
Famously, in Mobile, Alabama, there's a leprechaun in a tree.
Yeah.
Or what people thought was a leprechaun in a tree, and this happens to be the sketch, the police sketch of it. We have fun with this every year. Y'all go look up Mobile, Alabama leprechaun. There was a whole news story about it. It's pretty funny, and we loved that video. And I would play it in its entirety, but it would take too long.
Right.
And but that is the police sketch that they received of the leprechaun in the tree in Mobile, Alabama. Certain neighborhood in Mobile, Alabama. So
absolutely.
Personally, I hate going through Mobile, Alabama because the tunnel's there and you get bottlenecked right there if you're going to Florida.
And we just want to let everybody know that if you can, he does have a magical wind flute that wards off spells. So make sure,
He does, and it may be a part of some scaffolding, but it may not be. It may be real. I don't know.
It might be.
But if you look at it closely, it looks like a link between two rows of scaffolding, but I don't know.
Right.
I'm not an expert. Maybe it is. Maybe it is.
Jacob said, "Hey, that's my cousin."
That's your cousin?
That's your cousin? Anybody see the leprechaun? Say yeah.
I want to know where the gold's at. I want the gold. Y'all got to go watch that. Y'all, like I said, we're not going to play it in its entirety, but y'all go watch that. In other sports-related BS, Texas A&M University continues to bring ridicule on themselves.
Yeah. Oh, let me show
by
this.
Doing weird things all the weird time.
And it's never, like you said, it's never about being good at sports.
It's never. Yeah.
Like this.
Like what? Like what is this? I mean, it seems like they're doing some kind of stretch, but I've never seen anybody in the world ever stretch like
ever.
that. Ever. Or ever help a teammate stretch like that. It's this is just this is the Texas A&M really brings ridicule on themselves segment.
Right.
Because they do, and you can't deny it. It's y'all's fault.
Yeah, and look, we're not trying to hate on Texas A&M. You do it to yourselves.
You do it to yourself.
Like
correct your behavior.
Correct your behavior.
Or we'll just continue to have this segment.
If you don't, we're going to call Gerald. And
we'll put, you'll be building underwater cities. Recently, on Reels, the Thrift Girl store has been bugging me.
Yeah.
There's these reels that's been popping up on my feed, and I think it's because I do woodwork. And this girl does woodwork when she finds something worthy of doing. But she's always like, she's at the thrift store or Goodwill, and she's like, wow, what did I just find? And it's literally stupid crap. Like it's nothing. It's candlesticks. It's mini bathtubs. It's silly crap.
You
can watch this one.
Yeah.
It's a cabinet.
That's a cabinet? It's just an old cabinet.
It's a junk cabinet.
What does she do with
I
it?
just found. Well, you can turn it off because I'll tell you what she does.
Girls that would cheat on
Well, not that.
Not that. But she makes a dollhouse out of it.
I mean,
And that's cool. And
it's cool.
I've seen videos where she finds like real furniture and redoes it and it looks good. But
Yeah.
most of it is like she finds some candlesticks or finds an old pot, and she like it's just silly. And every time I'm disappointed, because she's like so excited about what she found. Anyway, that's just my rant about the thrift store lady. And
Okay.
and then other people have started copying her too.
Well, and that kind of stuff, that's the problem, is that there's so many copycats. It gets kind of overwhelming.
Yeah. Yeah, but that's my rant about that. Anyway,
Sorry, I'm adding this ad because
I can see that.
I'm sorry.
You're distracting me.
I'm sorry.
You're distracting me.
John didn't do his job today,
Please,
and so
in the future, do your job.
if Jacob was here, this wouldn't have happened.
No, it would not have. Let's talk
Yeah.
about some Sylvie baseball. John,
Yeah.
there is a baseball game tonight. Do you happen to have an update for me?
Let me see if I can get one for you.
If anybody has an update on the baseball game, put it in the chat.
I know there was a softball game also today. I don't know if it's started yet, but I'm looking it up. Let's see. So, I was going to say, if you want to go ahead and do athletes of the week.
We can do athletes of the
Okay.
week. So
While I'm looking this up. Yeah.
Athletes of the week for our Satsuma Valley Standard, and we're always gonna share these on the show. And you can see them, and if you pick these things up because they are for free, you will see that it is Matty Byers, Joshua Lawson, and Jeremiah Reed. Our athletes of the week. 3 athletes of the week for the Rolling on the Field this week. Below there, you will see a little blurb that's called From Your Host. And that blurb is concerning about how Little League Baseball is still valid and real.
Yeah.
And needed.
Such a great read.
And
like it was,
And we try to make those opinion pieces kind of how we feel, but also how everyone else kind of feels also that we talk to. Because we do talk a lot of sports with a bunch of different people. But anyway, that's our 3 athletes of the week. Y'all congratulate them, tag them in this. We have our feature.
Yeah.
Called for this week called Baseball Without Borders, about David Babushka and his journey to Tiger baseball. And there with him is his host brother. And in the article, it talks about how their relationship and how it is for him playing baseball in a foreign country as an exchange student.
Right.
Because that's what he is. It's really good piece. It's written by Justin Morwell. Y'all look it up. Y'all check it out. Of course, his host brother is Jackson Purdue. They have become close, as the article reads. And Justin ends the article with one of my favorite quotes from Moneyball, the movie Moneyball.
Right.
Quote by Billy Bean, which you never know if Billy Bean actually said this or whatever. It could be something made for the movies or whatever. But he's watching a video at the end of the movie with Pete, the character in the movie who was supposed to be somebody else in baseball, and they watch this video about a 240-pound catcher who never tries for second base, and he hits a shot, and he rounds first, and when he rounds first, he falls down. He tries, and he's desperately trying to dive back to first, and Billy Bean said, "Oh, they're laughing at him." And Pete says, "No, Billy, he hit the ball 60 foot over the fence. He hit a home run."
Right.
And Billy leans back and says, "How can you not be romantic about baseball?" And that was when me and Justin talked. That was one of the first things we thought when we heard about this David Babushka Grand Slam. Was, man, how he comes over here. He's a Fort State student. He plays for the Tigers. You can see his excitement in this picture in the center.
Right.
When he's running the bases. And one of our first thoughts between talking to each other was how can you not be romantic about baseball?
Right.
It's still America's pastime. It's dwindled in popularity, but it's still there and it's still real, and it's a good sport.
Right.
Top to bottom, from T-ball to the pros.
Right.
It's still there for people to go do and for people to learn and to become masters at. And I think everybody should try to do that in any way that they can, if they so choose to take on baseball as a sport and a passion.
Right. Absolutely.
Very well written article by Justin. Y'all please look at it. It's on our page. If you didn't get a hard copy of the book, we did post it to our page, as we will with every feature that we do.
Right.
In the magazine. After a couple of days, we let it get out in circulation, and we will post it to our page.
If you could do me a favor, because we missed last week, could we go ahead and do the Athletes of the Week from the previous week as well?
Yes, we will also do the Athletes of the Week.
Sweet.
The March 9th edition, because we were not here. Like I said, we were building underwater
cities
cities
with Gerald.
So our Athletes of the Week last week were Kate Barnes, Kinley Saunier, and the aforementioned David Babushka.
Yeah.
Because that was the week that he hit the
right.
Grand Slam.
Yeah.
There in the from your host last week, we had a pour some out
Right.
little blurb about Lou Holtz, who passed in that week. Of course, famously coach of Notre Dame to a national title, Arkansas,
Right.
also South Carolina, amongst other schools. Long-time coach, but this article has to do with my recollection, and it always says from your host because me and Justin input on this, but this one was mostly from my recollection of what I remembered of Coach Holtz and how he did on ESPN with Mark May on College Football Final, the years that was a really, really good show, and the years that college football was just in your face, 2005 to 2012 or 13.
Yeah.
You couldn't get away from it. You wanted to watch every second of it. You wanted to stay up till 1 a.m. and watch College Football Final to see what Coach Holtz had to say with Mark May.
Right.
And see what they argued about. That was kind of the gist of the blurb. But also, that we posted that out to the page too. And of course, our feature for that week was the brothers Morris, Matson, Hagan and Hudson, and their contribution to the Silsbee Tigers athletics. And you can read that article, and we put that out there too. That was a pretty good one. We interviewed those boys, as we do with all our features, and that was pretty fun.
Right.
We enjoyed it. But getting back into some more recent local.
So they are still playing as we speak. I haven't gotten an update because they started at 6:30. So nothing yet. But
Jacob says he just finished his underwater skyscraper.
he's headed home to rest. That's funny.
Makes me think about Bikini Bottoms.
Right.
And what was the houses in Bikini Bottom made
One of them was a pineapple.
of? One of them was
The
a
other
Easter
one
Island head.
was and then a rock for
And
Patrick.
Some of them look like mufflers.
Yeah.
Rock for Patrick.
So never mind. I'm not going to get into that. There's a whole conspiracy theory.
Yeah, well, let's not get into it because
Yeah.
we need to talk about some other sports. So, most recently in soccer, Silsby boys and girls both fought Lumberton in the final game of the season. Soccer had a good season, both boys and girls.
Yeah.
Showed some big improvement. They record ended up being 7-15, and the girls soccer had an overall record of 13-5. I'm sorry, 8-9.
8-9, yeah.
That was the Raiders' record. Girls finished with 8-9 record. Good season. They held senior night. Great season. Silsby soccer is coming up. We've said that. Me and Justin are big on that. Silsby soccer is coming up, and it's real, and they're worth watching as in these next couple of years.
Right.
Y'all pay attention to them because you may be surprised on what they do. And we're excited about it. And we're excited about that opportunity of soccer being a bigger deal in Silsby because soccer matters.
It does. Soccer matters.
Soccer matters. In a previous week, Silsby took 2 games from Lumberton,
Right.
winning 10-4 on Tuesday night, and a 4-2 victory on Friday. Big deal for the Tigers. The offense came alive Tuesday night and rolled to a 10-4 victory over Lumberton. Josh Lawson got the win, delivered an outstanding outing, kept Lumberton's offense under control. They won 4-2 on Friday night. They just maintained that 4-2 victory, that lead, to get the Silsby to get the sweep of the series for that week. Ryder Blythe delivered an outstanding performance on the mound, shutting the Raiders down. Matson Morris also contributed on the mound. At the plate, the Tigers spread the offense around. Brendan Hughes, David Babushka, Hudson Morris recorded hits. Blythe, Babushka, Hudson, Matson Morris each crossed the plate. Silsby defense and pitching held firm late against the Lumberton rally. And tonight they are playing the Newton Eagles.
Right.
And that game is already underway. So if John is efforting to get us a update. If somebody out there has an update, please share it with us. We'd like to share that. We had a feature in there about is it Aiden Bell?
Aiden Bell, yes.
Yeah, Aiden Bell, a graduate of Silsby. Willie Ray Smith Defensive Award winner in 2021, winning a what?
Hold on. Yeah. So right now, from what I'm seeing, looks like I guess they won. It's 10-0 Silsby against Newton. Final. It's the final.
That's a run rule.
Yeah, so that's a run rule. So
Okay,
yeah,
so-
10-0 against Newton. So we won that game.
So big win right there. Get out early.
Yeah,
Get out of there early, guys. What about softball?
that's what I'm looking up now.
Okay. So, Aiden fought at the Golden Nugget Lake Trolls. American Combat Alliance heavyweight title. He wins by first round technical knockout. Big win for a Silsby Tiger alum in mixed martial arts. Sorry. What's wrong?
So I'm seeing here, if I'm correct, Silsby went and played Western Stark yesterday.
That sounds right. I think they're going
and whooped them 15-0. And then it looks like what I'm seeing is their next game that says, well, it says the 17th on there, but it says the 18th on here. So, but their next game is Thursday against Viter at 1 p.m. in Viter.
Okay.
Yeah. So 15-0. Silsby takes the dub.
Yeah, the game was against Western Start.
Once again, another easy game.
Yep.
No, I mean, I don't want to say easy because them girls play hard, but another, just
This softball team is
let's get home early kind of game.
This softball team is excellent. And if you haven't seen
Yes, they are.
You need to see them, and you're going to be seeing them for a while, I believe. We've talked about that. They are just top to bottom,
Right.
full of good softball players and athletes.
Absolutely.
So you're going to continue to see them and hear about them. And then, the channel, the KFDMs and the KBMTs of the world are going to pick it up. And,
Right.
But we're telling you now.
You heard it here first.
You heard it here first. They're going to end up picking it up, and everybody, watches them, of course. And, rightly so. They're bigger media companies than us, but
Right.
we're telling you first.
Absolutely.
Remember that. And come get our book
Yeah.
and read about Silsby sports, because that's what we do.
Absolutely. Can we talk about these powerlifting girls real quick?
I will let you talk about that.
Okay.
You I know you are on that story.
Yeah, and powerlifting is a big important part of my life. I was a powerlifter, so man.
And while you do that, excuse me.
Yeah, absolutely.
Take a phone.
So the boys and girls powerlifting team, they had a strong season, very strong season this year. We have 4 girls that are going to, I believe, March 20th to the state meet. Ariana Gilder, Remy Laird, Kinley Saunier, and Lexi Thornhill. And we are super proud of these girls. I'm going to tell you that these girls are amazing. They are strong. I know one of them, like I said, Kinley was one of our athletes of the week this week. This is her 4th time in 4 years to go. She's gone all 4 years of her high school career. So we're super proud of them. Go to state on, I guess that would be Friday, and handle business and bring home state title. And we are so super proud of them. So y'all make sure that if y'all see them, y'all congratulate them, because getting to state in powerlifting is not an easy feat. Being a powerlifter in general is not an easy feat. I know I was there. It's tough, making weight and making sure you're getting your reps in and watching your food, watching your intake, stuff like that. It's a hard thing to do. And these girls do it, and they do it flawlessly. So big shout out to all those 4 girls, and go win state on the 20th.
Absolutely. We already talked about the athletes of the week. Softball big win last night.
Yeah.
Baseball big win tonight. We'll continue to let you know about those through our Facebook page and the magazine. The magazine makes it easy on us to do the show,
Right.
because we're already reporting on it. So even though I had to look at the book for a second, we're up here on Sundays. We're up here on Saturdays writing our stories when we get a chance. And we already have all the information. It's just not locked into my head.
Right.
Because you also have a lot of information from the work day or from your home life that you have to process, and sometimes those things are lost. But we have it right here, and you can always grab the free Satsuma Valley Standard at the places that John mentioned.
We're available.
We're available, and you will start seeing some signs. Correct, John?
Yes, we're getting some signs made.
There will be signs out front of businesses and your local convenience stores that have the Satsuma Valley Standard, so you can go in there and grab you a free one.
Right.
We're doing this for the community, and we're doing this because we love our local community, and we want to do something that features Silsbee,
Right.
just Silsbee. And like I said, it may not always be like that, but for right now, it is like that. That's what we want.
Because
That's where we want to start.
because it's okay to be proud of Silsbee.
That's right.
Like, I want people to know that.
That's right. If you share your namesake with a town, you should be proud to report on that town.
Absolutely.
And obviously ours can't be called anything Silsbee, but it is called Satsuma Valley Standard. Satsuma Valley historically is what this area was called. And John come up with that name because he is into Silsbee history.
Yeah.
And I think it's a fitting name. The yearbook's called Satsuma. There's a lot of tie-ins there.
Right.
And we called our studio Satsuma Valley Studios. So
Yeah.
we are local. We are Silsbee, and we want to report on Silsbee. And if you have an idea for a story, a feature, if you want us to highlight your league, your athletes, anything, please reach out to us, and we'll do the best job that we can. And I think if you ask anybody that has dealt with us, we come at it in a professional way, and we try to do the best job that we can. We're not just we're the kind of guys who anything worth doing is worth doing right, and that's kind of how we do this. And everybody in here, everybody that does this.
Oh, thank you, Toby. We appreciate it, brother.
Everybody that does this, that works in here with us, that does a section of the book, they feel that way too.
Yeah.
So we want you to know that. We want you to not be apprehensive or scared to reach out and say, hey, I think I've got a good idea. We're not going to nix anybody's idea.
Right.
We're going to take it in, and most of the time, we're going to work it in. Especially if it's a good idea for a feature,
Right.
because we had some ideas coming out, but I believe that going into summertime and early fall, we're going to need a little bit more help, because that's going to be
Right.
kind of the barren times where not a lot going on, but we can feature 7-on-7 activities. Hold on, there's a fire truck coming back. No, it's an ambulance. We can feature 7-on-7 activities. We can feature fall camps. We can feature some kind of summer ball that you might want us to feature. Y'all reach out. Y'all help us out with that kind of stuff, because we'd love to do it.
I think Jacob's going to have to explain to me what the Satsuma Valley Family League is. Maybe that's something y'all know that I don't, or I didn't read about that, or...
Satsuma Valley Family League. Is that something that we're just now starting?
I don't know. Jacob, can you elaborate on that a little bit? Maybe we're playing some foosball in the summer. I don't know.
Anyway, we covered all the local that we can right now.
Yeah.
Y'all look for the book on Monday. We start working on it in earnest probably Friday.
Okay. Yeah. I like that.
And we like that we're putting it on Mondays now, because
Right.
you can get through the week and feature all of the events that happen in the week, including
Right.
sports that happen Monday through Friday. And even if you have a game on Friday,
Yeah.
we can talk about it on Monday. Whereas a little bit harder when it was coming out prior days.
Right. And what Jacob's talking about is he's talking about all the people that work for Satsuma Valley
Absolutely,
Studios.
yeah.
We are all a big family.
Yeah, we are a big family. We have a big giant group chat. And,
We do.
It's there's always good ideas in there,
Yeah.
and we want y'all to know that everybody is full of good ideas for this book and this place. We're going to continue it.
And I'm going to preface this because this can roll into your next topic. I was a little upset last night that my brothers took over our group chat to talk about the WBC.
Yes, the World Baseball
Like,
Classic.
and they wouldn't let us not talk about it.
Yeah, it was. The final was last night in the last inning. Venezuela got a walk. It was tied. They put a pinch runner in. They wisely moved him over to second, although everybody knew he was going to run. The throw to second and the tag, it was a bang play. I'll tell you this, I couldn't have called him safer out.
Right.
It was bang. It was so bang that it was, it was probably a tie. You could have went either way with it, but hey, it is what it is. They did what they had to do. They moved the runner over to second, got him in scoring position, and then we get a gapper to the wall that scores that guy. That's Venezuela's one run that they need to win, and USA just couldn't do anything
Right.
in the bottom half of the inning, and that's okay. They got there. To be honest with you, watching pool play, USA seemed like they were going to run away with it for a second, and then they seemed like that. Oh, wait a second, they're not going to get out of this. The World Baseball Classic just goes to show you how many good athletes, how many good baseball players there are all over the world. Even though to play for a outside of the states team, you only have to be able to say that your ancestors, your third great grandpa come from Italy.
Right.
There's no real checks and balances there, I don't think. But hey, it is what it is. If you want to go play for Italy, Aaron Nola, whatever. I mean,
Right.
you played for LSU.
Yeah.
I mean, is what it is. Nola doesn't even sound Italian to me. Does it sound Italian?
It sounds like New Orleans to me.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, it doesn't sound Italian to me. But it is what it is. It's whatever. If you want to play in the Classic and there's a spot open and your mom is a third Italian, then hey.
Sure. Why not?
There you go.
You do you. Yes. Big congrats to the JV tennis team for coming home with medals this past week.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It's like in Goodfellas, and I keep referencing Goodfellas, but Henry Hill's mom liked that the Ciceros. She liked that the Ciceros were from the same part of Sicily as her family.
Right.
So she liked them at first.
Yeah. At first.
But anyway, yeah, it is what it is. To me, the Latin American teams, they stay true to where they come from to me.
Right.
Dominican Republic obviously has a bunch of good baseball players. Venezuela obviously has a bunch of good baseball players. Mexico has a bunch of good baseball players. All those teams were in there.
Right.
Baseball has really, truly become the world sport. Outside of soccer and basketball, I would say soccer is probably the world sport.
Yeah. Yeah.
First and foremost, and basketball maybe was a little bit before baseball got really popular around the world. But they're all they've become world sports. That's why
Right.
they're going to be in. That's why baseball is going to be in the Olympics again.
Yeah.
Because you had Japan that won the World Baseball Classic last time.
Yeah.
And now you had Venezuela. And Japan was a really good team this time, too. I mean, you got Shuei Ohtani.
Right.
USA is a good team. Bryce Harper, when Bryce Harper hit that ball and tied that game up last night, I thought that was that's a sign we're winning this game. But, good baseball decisions is what led to that win for Venezuela. And,
Right.
Congratulations to them. It's the World Baseball Classic. I feel like started off as kind of it's a fun thing. Let's do it. But now it's real. Like, you had more people watching it now, I think, than ever before, because it's become like a real world tournament. It's
Right.
almost like the World Cup. Right?
Yeah.
So People enjoy it. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed watching a couple games. I didn't get to see them all, but I did enjoy watching a couple games. I watched that Japan game the other night where they got eliminated. It's yeah, I think it's a good thing going forward, especially if baseball is going to continue to be an Olympic sport moving forward.
Right.
But and yeah, we're sorry the USA lost, but we're not mad at Venezuela at all. They got some good ball players.
Yeah.
NFL all season. We'll talk a little bit about that. I've got some notes here. Some of the bigger trades, anyway. The Rams trade for Trent McDuffie, cornerback.
Mm-hmm.
That's after the Max Crosby deal fell apart.
Yeah.
Baltimore Ravens signed edge Trey Hendrickson. Crosby, I don't know if you are familiar, but it failed his physical.
Okay.
So I think that's why his deal here didn't work out. Kansas City Chiefs signed running back Kenneth Walker the third. They want to get somewhat of a running game in there and revamp the offense, it looks like.
Yeah, it says while the blockbuster deal to send the Raider star pass rusher to the Baltimore Ravens was in place in March, the Ravens backed out after Crosby failed his physical due to issues with his knee.
Yeah, he failed his physical.
So
he's
and apparently he's mad about it.
I'm sure he's mad about it.
Yeah.
I mean, who wouldn't be? The Titans signed John Franklin Myers, interior defensive lineman, probably the best interior defensive lineman available. But it's probably a good move for the Titans, what it says here. Miami Dolphins signed Malik Willis. They signed him to a 3-year deal. Of course, famously, excuse me, before all this, I thought I had to sneeze. The Dolphins release Tua Tagovailoa.
Right. Which that needed to happen, obviously. But I mean that's a guy, man, that I can't help but feel bad for the dude.
Well, I do too, because I feel like he could have been a Patrick Mahomes type in the right situation, and but he does go over to the Falcons,
right?
But he only gets a 1-year deal in Atlanta.
Yeah.
But he does have Drake London over there and Kyle Pitts at the tight end. Got some talent there to that's around him. So
right.
Maybe he could do better there. But he also had talent in Miami.
He did.
It was all there for him. For one thing, he couldn't stay healthy. Another thing, it just I don't think it was right. I don't think that they had a good coach there.
Yeah.
I don't think it was ever a good situation for Tua in Miami. San Francisco 49ers get wide receiver Mike Evans, which may be the most impressive to me. He is just like he's 32 years old. He missed 9 games last season, hamstring, broken collarbone. But the dude can still play football, and I think he'll show that if he gets healthy there in San Francisco. New Orleans get Travis Etienne.
Yeah.
Got to say that right. He's a good running back.
Absolutely.
He'll be good there in New Orleans. Patriots get Romeo Doubs with his big giant helmet.
His big giant helmet.
His big giant. What do they call that? I want it. It's not Halo. It's Guardian.
Guardian. Yeah.
Big giant Guardian helmet. Of course, the memes already came out once he signed of him in the big giant Guardian helmet for New England.
Yeah, I just seen you drop them. I'll put them up next time. But I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Well, a big shout out to our awesome graphic designer and our brand content officer,
But
Leslie
you know,
Kay.
the Patriots did release Stephon Diggs.
Yeah. How do you feel about that?
Who knows if it's a good move, but there
Yeah.
has to be a reason. But Romeo Doubs is a good receiver.
Yeah.
He'll be out there for him. Pittsburgh Steelers trade wide receiver Michael Pittman Jr.
Right.
Pittsburgh still needs to figure out what they want to do in this quarterback situation, but there's no question that the job should be more attractive with Pittman coming in following a trade with Indianapolis. The Steelers made a blockbuster trade last year with the acquisition of DK Metcalf. So, you know, they got Aaron Rodgers in place there.
Right.
And you know, who knows if, you know, he's got a little while till camp. But I fully would expect him to just kind of hang it up. It's I think it's time.
Yeah.
You don't want to be the guy who hangs around too long. It's just so funny because he learned behind Brett Favre.
Yeah.
And I always thought myself that Brett Favre hung around too long.
Yeah. I think I don't think he ever should have went to another team. I think Green Bay should have been the end of it.
I think so too, and that's why I
Yeah.
said he hung around too
Yeah.
long. He thought he could go be a winner somewhere else.
Right.
He was only a winner one time in the team that he was at, and
Right.
they had some pretty good players.
Yeah.
So now, granted, he was in NFC East when the NFC East was the best conference in National Football League, but I say the NFC East. He wasn't in the NFC. He was in the NFC.
Right.
When the NFC East was the best, and they often played each other, and oftentimes those teams would get the best of the Packers.
You know, it's funny. You were talking about Malik Willis earlier.
Yeah.
And there's an article here talking about how does Malik Willis feel a little regret going to the Dolphins because the Dolphins offense sucks. And somebody in the comments underneath and says, and this is the truth. And we talk about this all the time, but they were like, I can think of 45 million reasons why he's not regretting it.
Yeah, that's the
Like-
thing. That's the thing with pro football
Yeah.
players is it's really to some chase that trophy, but others it's strictly a job.
Yeah, it's a job.
And just like with every job, if somebody's going to pay you more, hey, I'll go there and
Right.
do that. I know how to do it, and I'm good at it, and I'll go there and do it until you find somebody better, or I'm done. You know.
Yeah.
And that's how a lot of these NFL players feel.
Right.
And, who can blame them? As long as they're getting paid. If you're not chasing a trophy, you know.
Right.
Some of these guys, like we mentioned, Aaron Rodgers, that stay around a little long, you know, they are chasing a trophy.
Right.
They want to go out winners. They want to go out and say, hey, you know, in the history of this place, in the history of this league, I'll go down as one of the best.
Right.
Which is funny because some of these guys who think like that are already some of the best. Aaron Rodgers is going to be a Hall of Famer, first ballot.
Oh, absolutely. Not hands down.
Hands down. And he didn't have to worry about that, but he still got that competitive fire, and that's admirable. Although competitive fire doesn't equal a competitive body.
Right.
Because as you get older, that's where you start to fail.
Mm-hmm.
And A lot of these guys learn that, and they learn it the hard way. Peyton Manning certainly did. His last years there in the league were just some of the most abysmal football he ever played.
Yeah.
It'd be worth it to me more to want to go out and peak form.
Yeah.
Or at least as close to peak form as you can get with age, instead of going out kind of in a fizzle.
Like, I've collected my money, I've won my championships, I'm out. Like, I've done my job.
That's right. That's right. And even when Peyton Manning won the Super Bowl 50, he was on the down slope of the down slope. Like it was. It wasn't quite to the point where you're just like, what are you doing? But it was almost to the point where like, what are you doing, dude?
Right.
Hey, hung in there long enough. He was one of the exceptions to the rule. He got one late in life. John Elway got one late in his tenure.
Right.
He held in there, although I think John Elway is a tremendously better athlete than Peyton Manning ever was.
Right.
There's some guys that it did work out for them, and I think that's what keeps some of these older guys going. Is I've seen it work out for this guy, maybe it can work out for me. And that's
Maybe.
there. That's there.
Yeah.
Steve Young, by the way, if you haven't watched Rise of the 49ers, I think a documentary produced by Tom Brady, because he was a 49ers fan growing up. I think he grew up over there.
Okay.
It's excellent. And the most excellent thing about it, I believe, is the dynamic between Joe Montana and Steve Young and the real story. Because when growing up seeing this, and we did, I was young in my football watching career, but I remember when Joe Montana and Steve Young were on the same team, and Steve Young was behind them, and I remember people thinking that Steve Young might be able to come in and do better than Joe Montana in his old age. Back then, Joe Montana couldn't have been in the league. I think he come in the league 78, 79, and we're talking about 89, 90, 91.
Mm-hmm.
So quarterbacks were still able to be hit back then, though. So
Right.
their bodies were a little bit more tore up. So at that point, 10, 12 years was a little bit more wear and tear than it is now. Where quarterbacks now will get closer to 20
Yeah.
because they're a little bit more protected. And the league rightfully made a move to protect them because that's what the league is, especially now. It's a passing league. But that is just so well done with that dynamic because there was a rivalry there. They might have said the right things out in public, but behind the scenes, and they both said this. Not that they were wishing for each other to fail, but there was a rivalry there, and I thought actually getting to hear that dynamic and how it actually played out was really cool to me because I remember watching it. And I remember when Joe Montana went to Kansas City, to finish up and thinking, to me, that is who is the best quarterback of all time currently. And then I remember watching Steve Young, and him terrorize the Dallas Cowboys and in the mid '90s and think that he did his time and he sat behind Joe Montana, but I mean, was that worth it? Could he have gone somewhere else and been a starter and been a success in the league earlier? Probably so. Even though he wasn't early in his career, he probably could have left and gone somewhere else and been a success.
Right.
Difference being that everything was already there and set up for him in San Francisco. You had Jerry Rice. You had so many other good players. Especially once he actually took the reins over. You had Ricky Waters in there at running back. So many good ones. I forget, but I remembered all of them when I was a kid. But that's a very y'all go watch that. That's a really good documentary on the 49ers and that whole thing, that whole transition from Walsh to Joe Seifert. Not Joe Seifert, is not George Seifert. And that whole transition where Walsh felt like he was done, but then he went and coached at Stanford. And it's just a story that hadn't been told yet that you see. It's almost like The Last Dance. Yeah, there's been a bunch of stories told about Michael Jordan, but until you watch The Last Dance, you really don't get the feel for it.
Yeah.
That's another good one. If you're going to watch 2 sports documentaries, those 2. The Last Dance for sure. Watch that one first. And then watch this one that Tom Brady put out about the 49ers. Or produced. He didn't put it out. In the very end, though, he's throwing a ball around with Steve Young, and it ends pretty cool. Another cool little nugget from it was that Steve Young is like a pretty direct descendant of Brigham Young. Did you know that?
Right. No, I didn't know that, but
he played for BYU. I knew he played for BYU, but Brigham Young is in his family.
That's awesome.
Yeah, and so that was pretty cool to me to learn in that whole thing. I'm sure I heard that little tidbit before, but it was cool hearing it in that documentary. Y'all go watch that one. That was a good one.
And just so you know, that documentary is actually, I looked it up. It's just entitled Rise of the 49ers.
Rise of the 49ers, yeah.
Yeah.
And what platform is it on? I can't remember. I kind of watch on Paramount.
Let's see. I'm trying to look that up actually for you.
It's either Paramount or Peacock.
Okay, so it's showing. It says AMC Plus.
Okay, so it's on AMC.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense too because I watch a lot of AMC. I watch a lot of Paramount, Peacock.
Okay, so here they are: Sling, AMC, Philo, Amazon Prime, YouTube TV, Apple TV. All those places.
I watched it on AMC.
Yeah.
I know that's where I caught it.
Right.
I scrolled through there and I saw it.
Yeah.
It was pretty cool. It also gets into the ownership and the GM stuff that was happening and those troubles and stuff that they had there. It's really, really neat. I think everybody should watch it.
Yeah.
Where were we?
MLB. Just MLB news.
I don't have a lot of MLB. They're in spring training.
Yeah.
WBC is over now. A lot of players on WBC rosters left their teams once their kind of gig was over, especially the pitchers, and reported to camp. So,
right.
We knew that was getting ready to go. So camp is out there. They're playing. They're doing spring training ball. And we'll start talking about MLB more once opening day hits, and of course we're looking forward to opening day.
Okay.
But I looked it up. There wasn't a whole lot of news. Wasn't a whole lot of. I mean, when you look up MLB news right now, it was all WBC, until yesterday, and then now they're starting to talk a little bit about things at camp and stuff like that. But World Baseball Classic, which has a weird timing, don't you think?
Yeah.
Seems like they could do it at a different time, but then when you think about it, they can't do it in the dead of winter.
Mm-hmm.
And they can't do it. I mean, baseball lasts all the way up until October.
Right.
So you got November, December, January. Pitchers and catchers report sometime in February.
Right.
So you've got a window there. So you almost got to do it right before camp or right when camp starts or right when spring ball is or spring training is going. That's really their only window. But to me, players having to drop off and go to camp and things like this, or players opting out because they're going to camp for their team. I understand that too because they're making money doing that. I don't know what they make for World Baseball Classic, but I mean, they're making millions and millions of dollars doing, for their pro team. So anyway, what are you listening to? Let's move into some ending BS, and we'll talk about.
Yeah.
things, and we'll get
I've been listening to a lot of White Stripes, like
White Stripes.
whole lot of them. Like, so Jack White is probably one of my favorite people in the world.
Oh yeah, what?
And an amazing guitarist. And I don't know. But I've also been listening to some weird stuff, I blame Where the Wild Things Are. And I call it weird stuff. They're actually a great band. I don't know if you ever heard of them, but Arcade Fire. So I've been listening to some of them, but I'm listening to them because of Where the Wild Things Are. Because they had that one song called Wake Up that was like the theme of Where the Wild Things Are.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I'm a big Jack White fan, so I've been listening to a lot of him.
I love Jack White. And I believe I saw that Jack White and Jack Black are doing Saturday Night Live this week.
Yes.
So Jack Black hosting and Jack White as the musical guest, I believe, is what the premise is. Although they could both be dual hosting and doing the musical guest together, because Jack Black is also very musical. Tenacious D, he's a musical guy. He's into music and he plays well. So they could be getting together and going to do some fun stuff on that. It might be worth watching.
Right.
I'm not listening to much at all. I'm kind of in a musical funk.
Are you did you lose the funk? Oh, Toby said Tenacious D for life.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely. I did lose the funk.
You lost the funk.
George Clinton kicked it clean off the
Off
mothership.
the mothership.
Did lose I'm in a musical funk. I kind of go through this in the early springtime because, like I said, I get into full-on nerdy Christmas music mode.
Right.
In December.
Right.
Up until Christmas, and then after that, I get back into. I'll revert back to some stuff that I know, some '90s grunge, some stuff that I'm real familiar with, and then it's almost the same pattern every year. Here, probably about April, I'll get into a Grateful Dead, easy listening kind of yacht rock mode,
Right.
and stay there through the summer.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then when football season kicks off and I get a lot of angst and aggression and yelling at the TV or yelling at Tiger Stadium, I'll get into some metal. Around Halloween time, always some good Halloween music, some good death metal and Danzig and Typo Negative and
Right.
stuff like that. I'm very seasonal, I guess you would say.
You're a seasonal funk music lover.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll always jam some George Clinton.
Oh, of course.
Some Parliament. I'll jam some Parliament anytime. With Bootsy Collins slapping the bass. Bootsy Collins was just a lowly farmer
Yeah.
until the funk landed on his house.
That's right.
And then he found himself seeing around corners and slapping the bass like a funky, delirious priest.
Right. Toby says he's been listening to some Chicago and then True Crime Radio and Texas Country.
Ain't it cool how good Chicago is once you actually
Right.
once you actually take a step back and say, hey, this ain't like weird music. This is actually good music.
Yeah.
I love me some Stronger Every Day, just some good. Chicago is really good. And,
Right.
Once you, and that happens with a lot of music. Once you get past this seems kind of a little dorky. you realize it's pretty good music.
Right.
And I had to get to that point in my life. It took me a little while, but hey, I love me some Chicago, man.
Absolutely.
I do. Texas country also. It's in pod. I mean, during these little funky times, I kind of listen to podcasts a lot.
Yeah.
And I want to find a good sports podcast that's kind of something that's in my wheelhouse that is funny but sportsy also. The Blitz on 97.5 used to do that for me way back in the day when Fred Fowler and A.J. Hoffman was still there, Fred Fowler and Matt Dean. That was kind of like they talked about sports, but they also kind of BS too, and that's kind of where we pattern ourselves after, you know?
Right.
Is that, you know, we want to talk about sports, but we also want to kind of BS.
Yeah.
Not always about sports. We just like it a lot, you know?
Right.
But anyway, yeah. So and I used to like, and I talk about this all the time. I used to like Katie Nolan's podcast, but she got to where she was so woke that I couldn't deal with her anymore.
Yeah.
And that goes for a lot of the ESPN personalities now. You can't get past their need to say the word problematic so much. or
Right.
or you know, just make sure that they are adhering to woke culture as much as possible. And you know, it's not that I can't stand that. It's just that it distracts me from.
I mean, it's problematic for me that you're saying problematic so much.
Yes.
Yeah.
If I hear the word, like, literally, Katie Nolan's podcast, it used to be great, but it was called Sports with a question mark. Sports, you know, question mark. And she got to the point where she was saying problematic so much that I couldn't get through it.
Right.
I couldn't get through it. And she was being like, at first she was almost kind of joking about it, about being kind of, you know, into this woke culture thing. But after a little while, it got to the point, and this was back during COVID times. After a little while, it got to the point where it's like, okay, she's like, this is her whole point, is to get to a point in the conversation where she can kind of spread her woke agenda.
Right.
And I didn't care for that.
Yeah.
But I did think that it was a good podcast for a little while. You know, I never got into Bert Kreischer.
No.
But I would like to, because
He's a funny guy.
he's a funny guy. I love
Yeah.
that. I love the series Free Bert. We watched it.
Yeah.
A little vulgar for my taste around children. Like, the vulgarness with children is
Right.
a little harsh for my taste, but I get the gist of it. I get the whole point of it. You know, he's a dad trying to attempt to be a cool dad that used to be cool, and he doesn't understand why he's not cool anymore. I get I get that. In the frame of today's world. But speaking of that, I hadn't been watching much TV lately. I've been way too busy, man.
Man, me neither.
I get home and I do stuff, and by the time I get everything done, it's time to go to bed. I really don't. The problem with me and TV is if I ever sit down in that chair,
You're out.
I'm going to sleep.
You're out. Yeah.
And so I avoid doing that, and that's why I don't watch much TV anymore.
Right.
Because when I come out of that kitchen going toward, I'm locking everything up, and my wife's in there watching a little bit of TV just to go to bed. I'm like, I could sit down and watch about 30 minutes of TV, but I know if I do that, I'm gonna wake up at 1:30 in the morning and have to crawl myself into bed. And not only am I not getting good restful sleep, I'm waking her up and all kind of stuff. So
Right.
I try to avoid that nowadays. I didn't even, I started watching Shoresy,
Yeah.
and I didn't even finish that. I didn't even finish Shoresy. I need to finish it. But,
Damn.
and that's weird for me.
Yeah.
But anyway, that's what are you watching?
Nothing. Like I've literally been either here or at work, or I nothing at all. Like I said, I think I watched a part of Where the Wild Things Are a couple nights ago, and that was about it.
Yeah, that's a weird choice too.
Jacob said he's watching Marshall's. It's a Yellowstone spinoff with Casey
Yeah, I
Dutton.
did see that. I did see that. Yeah, I seen that. Well, for starters, I would have to watch Yellowstone to even understand what's going on there.
Right.
And I haven't yet. So many. You know something, and I'm embarrassed to say this. I've never even watched Breaking Bad.
Really?
Yeah. And people ask me, why in the world haven't you watched Breaking Bad?
Yeah, that is kind of wild because even I've watched Breaking Bad.
Yeah, and I guess I need to go do it because they
Yeah.
say it's the best TV show in the history of TV. They say that about that. They say that about Game of Thrones. They say that about Sopranos. Although I feel like The Sopranos is a little dated for me to go back and watch now. But
I think The Sopranos was just good because of the actors in it. Like the storyline kind of sucked.
yeah,
But that it had all your typical, mafioso.
the good,
Yeah, the good mafia people.
It had the Gerald the Dolphin Mafia.
Yeah.
Yeah, to tie that back in.
But yeah, I mean, it was okay though. Yeah, I liked it, but Game of Thrones, you have to be that kind of person to like Game of Thrones.
You know what I see also? I see Gerald. You know that scene in Casino where the cowboy is got his feet up on the poker table, and
No, there was a train.
De Niro walks up to him and says, "Hey, could you please take your feet off the table, put your shoes back on?"
Yes.
And he doesn't get mad when the guy says no, and
Yeah.
presses him. He said he goes up to the security. He said, "I want you to escort this guy off his feet. I want you to use his head to open the door." And I could see Gerald doing that. I
Right.
could see Gerald the Dolphin doing that.
Absolutely.
I want you to use his head to open the door.
I love it. Oh man, what do you got something to throw the flag on?
Hey, I just want to throw a flag on haters on the book.
Haters on the book.
Because believe it or not, we got some haters, guys.
Yeah.
Like, I can't believe that because I felt like this is the thing that we've done that is the most good.
Right.
I look at Rolling on a Field back from when we started in 2021, and I think there's some times that me and Justin got off on stuff, and people just said, "I'm never watching these guys
Right.
again." That's why we got a disclaimer.
Yeah.
But I feel like this thing right here is the thing that we've done that is the most good. And
Absolutely.
I can't believe people would hate on it. I
Yeah.
cannot believe it. It blows my mind. But it shouldn't because, in the world, if you do anything good, there's always going to be haters.
And I'm going to go ahead and tell you this. So I'm getting a little bolder in my older age, right? Because I guess as you get older, you really do stop caring what people think about you.
Oh, you do.
And so, and I'm going to tell them this, and I hope they're watching. They know who they are, and I'm going to make a public statement to say, hey, I know that you stood outside in that parking lot and you told me we were in competition, but we're not, because you're not in competition when you're the best. Okay? The only competition we're in is with ourselves. All right? And I'm just going to let you know your threats don't bother me, man. Like they don't. That's it.
If you have to confront somebody about beating your competition, then you're scared.
Yeah.
That's all there is to it.
And you are.
You're scared.
That's why the next throw the flag was so prevalent. But
Yeah. And, I knew that you would kind of feel that way about doing that tonight. So,
oh,
I did too.
absolutely.
Like I said,
Yeah,
we're not
that
gonna
was
say any names. You know who you are, and you know
Yeah.
what you're doing. You know what you're doing at these convenience stores, and things that we put our book out at. You know what you're doing. And
Yeah.
shame on you for that, because
Yeah.
we're doing this for free. We're doing this for the community, look, come holler at your boy.
Yeah.
If you got beef, come holler at your boy. That's
and
all
it's
I'm saying.
and it's weird for me, right? Because if anybody knows me, like I try my best to be one of the most humble people in this world. I don't like people congratulating me. I don't like trophies, stuff like that. I do. I mean, I say that I do, but secretly I do only do like, out in the open. I really don't care. But for me to say that I'm the best, I'm going to tell you why I say that, because, and Josh, I think you can agree with this. I think that piece of magazine that's in front of you is probably one of the best damn magazines I've seen anywhere in a long time. And I'm super proud of it.
Well, it's only going to get better.
Yeah, and it's only going to be, we're 5 episodes in.
Yeah.
Some people, it's just been too long since somebody met them out in the plowed dirt. Absolutely, Toby. Yeah. Jacob said, maybe they're all not good kids, and maybe they don't have good parents.
They don't have good
They don't have good parents.
They don't have good parents.
But you can get mad at me. You can come and try to lecture me on how it's not appropriate to, say things over the air against somebody, but I'm not going to listen to you anymore because I don't care. Like,
no.
it is what it is.
I mean, there ain't anything here you can take away from anybody who.
Yeah.
Stuff. There's nothing.
Yeah. What are you going to take away from me? We paid for all this.
Yeah.
Like,
it's just the silliest crap. It's hard for me not to cuss.
Yeah, I know.
It's just the silliest crap I ever heard in my life, and it's petty and it's silly. I mean, just what a bunch of d-bags.
Right.
That's what I'm gonna say.
Yeah, that's it.
That's it.
Yeah.
Like, and if you got a problem with it, like I said, come see us. Come holler at us. We'll talk it out with you.
Yeah.
There's nothing that's going to be resolved because we're going to keep doing this, and we're going to keep doing it good.
Yeah.
And there's really nothing you can do about it. So, I mean.
And that's the thing. Somebody was like, well, what if they buy you? Well, here's the thing. I'm not selling. So it's going to be kind of hard to do that.
So
speak with our HR, Sir Honks-a-Lot, and he'll take care of you.
Sir Honks-a-Lot says you mess with the honk and you get the bump.
That's right.
That's what happens.
Absolutely.
He's our enforcer. Don't mess with him.
See, Jacob, you had to jinx it.
There you go. There's the train.
There's the train.
On that note, let's get out of here.
Yeah.
Hey, y'all look for the magazine
Mondays.
on Mondays. We'll have a new edition this Monday. All new stories, all new local sports stories in the Rolling on the Field section.
Give you a little teaser here. Not in the sports section, but at the very beginning, you're going to see a lot about the rodeo and some awesome things that happened at it. So
cool.
Yeah.
Yep. Not Patrick. Not Jacob. Sorry. Jacob Patrick. It's y'all be looking for it. It's on Monday. We're gonna get to work on it starting probably Friday, and we bang it out. Of course, in the summertime, the sports section's gonna get a little bit light.
Right.
There's not as much going on locally, but we will report on things. And like I said earlier, if you have things that you think that should be featured with us or that we should report on, please come to us and do that. We'd love to do something with the Little League. We'd love to do something with 7-on-7 in the summer. We'd love to do stuff with any kind of athletics going on in the summertime that are outside of school. We do. We'll get with y'all, set up an interview. We'll do all that.
Also, and I'm going to go ahead and tease this, but y'all be watching Ruling on the Field. Y'all be watching the magazine because I'm toying with something right now. I think it's going to work. I haven't got with Josh and Justin on it yet, but y'all be waiting in the fall for something magazine-wise to maybe a little something extra.
There you go.
There
you go. Tease it.
Yeah.
Tease
All right.
Everybody loves the magazine, I think, so far, minus one
group.
One group. And we like that y'all like it, and we're going to continue to put it out and have it at places that you normally see it at. And that'll be that. And we are going to close down for the night.
Yeah.
I think we've talked enough. Sorry for just not being here, but he will probably be back next week. Jacob was also not here, unfortunately, but
We got it. We got it done.
We got it done. We'll be full. Yeah. We'll be back full staffed. It's a busy time of year,
right,
for everybody. And we acknowledge that spring break time, and we don't want to put anybody out. If those of us that can be here, that's why we're here, and we'll carry it on because
we got a good crew.
We got a good, and we all got good parents.
We got good parents.
We got good parents. They're good kids. My Bobby Bowden. Anyway, we'll see y'all next Wednesday, 7:00 p.m. and we'll have all new stuff, and we'll be talking about what we put out in the magazine, and y'all be looking on Rolling on the Field's Facebook page for our feature probably coming out. Y'all get a hard copy.
Yeah.
But then we will put our feature out probably Wednesday noonish time for everybody to look at, because this is all free.
Yeah.
And we want as many eyes on it as we can get, and we love the feedback that we're getting, and we're going to continue to do it, and we're going to continue to do this show.
Yeah.
And we're sorry we've been absent for the last couple of weeks. Everybody's been kind of busy.
And feel free to take like if you have the magazine, take a picture with you in the magazine, and put it on Facebook and say, hey, like, we love the magazine, blah blah blah. I promise you, we're not going to try to charge you $900 for it.
No, we're not. Like, we're not going to send you. We're not going to send you an invoice for $900.
Yeah.
And say that you owe us $900. We're not going to do that. We're not those kind of people.
Yeah.
Especially when we don't own anything that we're sending you an invoice for.
Right.
But anyway, we'll see y'all next Wednesday, and we.
Let me do the first part.
Okay.
All right.
All right. Go ahead, Joe.
You ready?
Yeah.
Until next time, the Rolling on the Field
stands.
Good night, everybody.
Yeah.